Far beyond the reach of bustling cities and modern civilization, isolated in the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, lies a land shrouded in mystery. A place so remote that it stands thousands of miles away from the nearest continent, seemingly untouched by time. This is Easter Island, one of the most enigmatic locations on Earth. Here, colossal stone sentinels rise from the earth, their expressions frozen in a silent gaze that has endured for centuries. These towering figures, known as Moai, stand as if guarding the island's deepest secrets. Who were the master builders that carved them? What purpose did these enormous statues serve? And perhaps the greatest mystery of all, how did an ancient civilization so skilled and advanced suddenly decline and fade into history? The answers to these questions have puzzled historians, archaeologists, and explorers for generations. Some believe the Moai were sacred tributes to ancestors. Others speculate they held spiritual power, while theories of forgotten knowledge and lost technologies continue to fuel debate. But what really happened on Easter Island? Was it a story of human ingenuity and triumph, or a cautionary tale of environmental collapse and societal downfall? Join us as we journey deep into the heart of Easter Island, a place where history, mystery, and legend intertwine, waiting to be uncovered. Before we uncover the hidden truths of this enigmatic island, make sure to subscribe to Beyond Borders for more cinematic journeys to the world's most fascinating destinations. Easter Island, known to its native inhabitants as Rapa Nui, is one of the most remote inhabited islands on the planet. A speck of land adrift in the vast Pacific Ocean. It lies over 2,000 miles from the coast of Chile, its nearest governing nation, and nearly 300 miles from the closest inhabited island. To put that distance into perspective, imagine standing alone in an endless sea, where the nearest sign of civilization is weeks away by boat. This is a place so isolated, so removed from the world, that for centuries it remained an enigma, untouched by the outside forces that shaped human history elsewhere. But despite its isolation, life flourished here. The Rapa Nui people, skilled seafarers who arrived in great wooden canoes, carved out a civilization against the odds. They built homes, developed an intricate culture, and constructed some of the most astonishing monuments known to mankind. The Moai. These immense stone figures, scattered across the island, stood as testaments to their ambition, their beliefs, and their reverence for their ancestors. For generations, Rapa Nui thrived, its people harnessing the land's resources and the bounties of the surrounding ocean. Yet, beneath its breathtaking landscapes and timeless beauty, the island harbors a darker story. A tale of triumph and tragedy, of ambition and destruction. As the population grew, so did the demands on the island's fragile ecosystem. Over time, deforestation, dwindling resources, and societal tensions would lead to one of history's most haunting collapses. What began as a testament to human ingenuity would, in time, become a stark warning of the delicate balance between civilization and survival. Easter Island is more than just a remote paradise. It is a living relic of a people who reached for greatness only to face challenges they could not overcome. And as we uncover its mysteries, one question lingers. Could their fate hold lessons for us today? If there is one site that defines Easter Island, it is the Moai, the massive, enigmatic stone statues that stand as silent witnesses to a lost civilization. Scattered across the island, These colossal figures number nearly 1,000, some towering over 30 feet high and weighing more than 80 tons. Their presence is haunting, their purpose shrouded in mystery. Who created them? How did they carve such massive monoliths from solid volcanic rock? And perhaps most intriguingly, why? To understand the Moai, we must first look back to the people who built them, the Rapa Nui. These early Polynesian settlers are believed to have arrived on the island around 1200 AD, braving the open ocean in great double-hulled canoes, guided only by the stars and the rhythms of the sea. They were masterful navigators, capable of crossing thousands of miles of open water without the aid of modern instruments. But once they reached this remote island, they did not merely survive. They built a society unlike any other. At the heart of their culture was ancestor worship. The Moai, according to most historians, were not just statues. They were sacred representations of powerful ancestors, meant to watch over their descendants and provide protection. Each Moai was carved from volcanic tuff, a type of compressed ash, and then placed on massive stone platforms known as ahu. These platforms lined the island's coastline, their statues facing inland rather than toward the sea, standing in eternal vigil over the villages that once thrived below. But the Moai were more than just spiritual symbols. They were feats of engineering. How could a civilization with no advanced tools carve, transport, and erect such massive figures? Some theories suggest they used wooden sleds and rollers, while others propose a walking technique where the statues were rocked back and forth along carefully planned routes. Whatever the method, the effort required was staggering, demanding both labor and immense natural resources. For generations, the Rapa Nui people continued their monumental construction, carving more and more statues, pushing the limits of their environment in pursuit of something greater. But then, something changed. Their society, once thriving, began to unravel. The same ambition that led them to build these towering icons may have also contributed to their downfall. What caused this collapse? Was it overpopulation, resource depletion, internal conflict, or perhaps an unforeseen external force? As we continue to explore Easter Island's past, the answers remain elusive, buried beneath the weight of history and the silent gaze of the Moai. For centuries, the Rapa Nui people flourished on their isolated island, crafting an advanced society against the odds. But as their population grew, so too did their ambition. The Moai, symbols of power, prestige, and spiritual reverence, became an obsession. Each clan sought to build larger, more imposing statues than the last, competing for dominance through sheer scale and grandeur. However, what started as a cultural triumph soon became an unsustainable burden on the island's fragile ecosystem. To transport these massive statues, the Rapa Nui relied on the island's once thriving palm forests. Trees were cut down to make sleds, rollers, and ropes, critical tools needed to move the colossal figures from the quarries to their sacred platforms. But this relentless deforestation came at a cost. With each Moai erected, the land grew more barren. The soil, once held together by deep roots, began to erode. Without trees, rainfall no longer replenished the earth as before, and crop yields plummeted. Food shortages soon followed, and a once thriving community found itself teetering on the edge of survival. As resources dwindled, tensions among the island's clans erupted into chaos. What followed was a dark chapter in Rapa Nui's history, an era of violence and desperation now known as the Easter Island Wars. Rival groups, once united in their shared traditions, turned against each other in brutal conflicts over what little remained. The towering Moai, once symbols of pride and power, became targets of destruction. One by one, statues were toppled, their faces buried in the earth, marking a time of betrayal and loss. Whether this was an act of warfare, rebellion, or sheer desperation remains uncertain, but the result was undeniable. The civilization that had once built these mighty figures had begun to tear itself apart. By the time European explorers first set foot on Easter Island in 1722, the world they encountered was vastly different from the thriving society that once existed. Gone were the mighty forests, replaced by barren fields and rocky plains. The towering Moai, once proudly standing in silent vigilance, lay scattered and broken, their solemn faces staring helplessly into the ground. The Rapa Nui people, once skilled navigators and master builders, had been reduced to a struggling population, fighting for survival on a land that could no longer sustain them. The fall of Easter Island stands as one of history's most haunting, cautionary tales, a stark reminder of what happens when human ambition outgrows the limits of nature. But was this downfall inevitable, or was there something more? An outside force that sealed their fate? The answers may be lost to time, buried beneath the ruins of a once great civilization waiting to be uncovered. Yet, despite its turbulent past, Easter Island endures, not just as a relic of history, but as a testament to the resilience of its people. The Rapa Nui civilization may have faced collapse, but its spirit never vanished. To this day, the descendants of those who built the Moai continue to walk the same land, speak the same ancient language, and uphold the traditions that have been passed down for generations. They are the keepers of their ancestors' stories, ensuring that the legacy of Easter Island does not fade into the past. The island itself has transformed into one of the world's most fascinating archaeological and cultural landmarks. In 1995, UNESCO designated Easter Island as a World Heritage Site, recognizing its significance as a place of global historical importance. Today, it is a bucket list destination for travelers seeking adventure, history, and mystery. Visitors from around the world journey to this remote outpost to witness its breathtaking landscapes and uncover the secrets of the Moai. One of the most awe-inspiring sites on the island is Ahu Tongariki, home to 15 towering Moai, restored to their original grandeur. As the sun rises behind them, their massive silhouettes cast long shadows across the land, evoking a sense of wonder and reverence. Not far from here lies Rongorongo, the ancient quarry where these statues were carved. Scattered across the hillside, unfinished Moai remain frozen in time, abandoned mid-construction, offering a glimpse into the past and the ambitions of those who created them. Beyond the Moai, the island holds even more hidden treasures. The volcanic crater of Rongorongo, with its vast freshwater lake and dramatic cliffs, offers a view that stretches beyond the horizon, reminding visitors of the island's geological power. Beneath the surface, a network of lava tubes and caves, once used by ancient islanders for shelter and refuge, tells the story of survival in the face of adversity. Yet Easter Island is more than just a museum of the past. It is a living, breathing culture. Every year, the Tapati Rapa Nui Festival brings the island to life, celebrating the traditions of the Rapa Nui people through music, dance, and athletic competitions inspired by their ancestors. The islanders continue to preserve their language, their artistry, and their connection to the land, ensuring that their identity remains strong in a rapidly changing world. Though time has transformed Easter Island, its mysteries endure. It remains a place where history and legend intertwine, where the silent Moai stand as reminders of human ambition, resilience, and the delicate balance between progress and preservation. And for those who venture to this remote land, the echoes of the past can still be heard in the whispers of the wind, the crash of the waves, and the enduring spirit of the Rapa Nui people. But despite decades of research and countless archaeological studies, many questions about Easter Island remain unanswered. The Moai stand as silent sentinels, their secrets locked in stone, leaving modern scholars to wonder, how did the ancient Rapa Nui move these massive monoliths across the rugged terrain of the island without the aid of wheel, beasts of burden, or modern engineering? Some theories suggest that the islanders used a complex system of ropes and wooden sleds, dragging the colossal figures across the land on tree trunks. But this idea raises another mystery. Where did all the trees go? Once covered in dense palm forests, Easter Island is now largely barren, its once thriving vegetation lost to time. Did deforestation result from the relentless pursuit of Moai construction, or was there another force at play? Some scientists believe that a combination of human activity and natural disasters may have led to the island's ecological decline, further complicating the story of its past. And then, there is the theory of the walking Moai. Some researchers propose that these statues were not dragged, but instead walked upright to their final resting places using a carefully coordinated rocking motion. According to this hypothesis, teams of islanders pulling on ropes could have shifted the statues from side to side in a slow, controlled movement, inching them forward like a massive stone pendulum. But was this truly the method used? Or is it merely a modern interpretation of an ancient feat that still defies explanation? Beyond the Moai, another mystery lingers in the form of ancient glyphs carved into wooden tablets, markings known as the Rongorongo script. This enigmatic writing system, unique to Easter Island, has puzzled linguists and historians for centuries. Unlike other Polynesian cultures, which relied solely on oral traditions, the Rapa Nui developed a form of written language that remains undeciphered to this day. Could these glyphs hold the lost knowledge of their civilization? Could they reveal the true purpose of the Moai, the secrets of their ancestors, or even warnings about their eventual downfall? Despite numerous attempts, no one has been able to fully translate Rongorongo. Some believe it represents a form of proto-writing used only for ceremonial or religious purposes. Others speculate that the knowledge of its meaning was lost during the island's darkest times, when war, famine, and foreign contact disrupted their way of life. Without a key to unlock its meaning, the true messages inscribed on these tablets remain a mystery, one that continues to intrigue scholars and explorers alike. As we stand in the shadow of the Moai, gazing at their weathered faces, and as we trace our fingers over the ancient symbols of Rongorongo, we are left with more questions than answers. Who were the Rapa Nui, truly? What knowledge did they possess that has been lost to time? And most importantly, what other secrets might still be hidden beneath the soil of this extraordinary island, waiting to be uncovered? Easter Island is a place like no other. An isolated jewel in the vast Pacific. A land of towering stone giants and a history etched into the very earth beneath our feet. It is a testament to human ingenuity, resilience, and the delicate balance between progress and survival. The Moai stand as silent reminders of a civilization that once thrived, pushing the limits of what was possible, only to face unforeseen challenges that led to its collapse. Their story is one of ambition and artistry, of triumph and tragedy, a mirror reflecting both the heights of human achievement and the consequences of overreach. Yet, despite centuries of study, the island continues to guard its secrets. How did the Rapa Nui transport the Moai across miles of rugged terrain? Were they dragged on wooden sleds, or did they truly walk to their final resting places? And what of the mysterious Rongorongo script? Could it hold the answers to their untold history, or has its meaning been lost forever? These are questions that continue to fascinate historians, archaeologists, and explorers alike, leaving us to wonder how much we still don't know about the past. But perhaps the greatest lesson Easter Island offers is one that resonates far beyond its shores. It is a cautionary tale of how even the most advanced societies can fall when their resources are stretched too thin. It serves as a stark reminder that the choices we make today shape the future of our world. Can we learn from the past, or are we doomed to repeat history? Now, we turn the question to you. What do you think? How did the Rapa Nui move the Moai? And what do you believe led to their downfall? Are there other ancient mysteries that fascinate you just as much? We'd love to hear your thoughts. So drop a comment below and join the conversation. And if you enjoyed this journey into the past, make sure to support our channel by hitting that like button, sharing this video with fellow explorers, and subscribing to Beyond Borders for more incredible adventures across the world. We dive into the greatest wonders, legends, and hidden stories that history has to offer. So stay with us as we uncover the extraordinary, one destination at a time. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and never stop seeking the unknown.